Hey, welcome back to the Losi YouTube channel. I'm Jay, welcome back. I think I've just said that. Basically we're back onto the hybrid build. It is 99.98% complete. Literally, we've got to cut the body out, get that fitted, get the exhaust fitted, which I'm going to do today, and then we are ready for running. You've seen this in the beginning of the video, but basically it is all together. Oh, I've left a screw out of there. Let's find that. It's that right there, look. So we will just screw that in. Doesn't need to be mega tight. I should have done it by hand if I'm honest, but I was being a little bit careful. But always do it by hand, because otherwise you'll just screw yourself up, like I nearly did then. But yeah, as you can see, all complete. Plates are on, the rear uprights from Phil and the rear bulkhead off Phil. Rear end off Baja. The pipe's coming off Baja. That obviously you've seen the pipe. That's got to be fitted. Basically, we've got to retrofit it. It's got to be turned. I think I said it in the last video. But yeah, basically, I'm on my way to Nigel's in a little while. I'll get a bit of footage over there and just show you what he's done to the pipe. But yeah, basically, that's the car together, ready to rock. As you've watched me do it, you know, you've understood the process hopefully. If there's any questions, you certainly leave a comment on my video. Yeah, we're running the gearing. It's very strange. That was 2054 gearing and it wouldn't even move, it wouldn't budge. I couldn't even get it together hardly for some weird reason. So that is now 1954 instead of a 1955. The 1955, I'm assuming I would have had the same issue with fitment. But yeah, that's 1954 as it stands. So I'm going to have a word with Nigel and just see if that needs changing. I can't see that it would. I think it'll do it well. The rear wheels, we did a bit of a calculation and we think we might be alright with these on that gearing. But because I've changed the pinion, I've got to ask him and just double check and make sure we should still be alright. But if not, I've got to get Baja wheels for the rear. I also need, I don't know if you can tell, it's ever so slightly narrower. As you go to the back, it's narrower, but that's on standard hubs. I'm wondering if I got inch hubs, whether that might throw it out and square it up. But if not, eventually I am going to be buying the Kraken Vector arms uprights, which are extended, and you need the extended drive shafts for that, and that just pushes it out in line with your front wheel. So basically it only brings out to about there, but that's basically what we've got to do. But yeah, that's the build. And the build for now. I will come back to you in a bit when I'm at Nigel's and I'll show you what's been done to the exhaust. Anyhow, thanks for watching and I'll see you in a little while. Peace. So, as promised, down here at Nigel's, just test fitting and getting the exhaust fitted. He's done an amazing job on it. I really appreciate what he's done. As you can see, we've turned the whole thing to face outwards, because it was coming down and hitting the receiver tray. Headers all painted up with high temp paint, and yeah, that's basically it. As soon as this is fitted, I've got a little bit of fettling to do with the brakes, because it's still binding up, and I'm, like I said to you before, I was having to use a different gearing now. We're not quite sure on the gearing now. But I'm going to have a play about with the top plate and just see how it goes. But as far as everything else goes, we are 99.999% done. And yep, big appreciation to Nigel. He was there, he didn't want to be on film, but he's on film now. So, little short one just to let you know that the build's finished. It'll be out in the week, and I'll speak to you then and see you then. Speak to you then, laugh talking to you. Oh my god, I've got to bleep that now, you see. Anyhow, see you later. Oh, hey, that's mad, isn't it? Well, it's only plasma actually, isn't it? That's all it is, it's only plasma. It's not an actual electric shock, is it? Yes, we are playing shock each other with welders. Just tell me when you're going to be thinking and then I'll tell you when just so I can turn away, that's all.
So I'm just going to tack this as it is at the moment. Right, you ready?
Yeah.
Might get lucky to be able to tack the other one. Let's see. That'll bother too. Sorry, too. So one's going to be a 20.
Yeah, because you only need it to clamp that, don't you? It only needs a mill about so I don't need to pull it. Basically what he's doing is just aligning and getting right the spring tensioners. I don't know if it would have had some on, but they were taken off, so we've had to reapply them. And this is what you call all the fun of rack of the eye.
Close your eyes.
Yeah. You need me to hold it, I'll hold it.
I got too close and I burnt fucking tungsten.
Good blow though. Yep.
Did you hear how it squeaks then?
Mm-hmm.
That's because you're getting a bit close to it.
Is that your warning?
Yeah, it squeaks.
Is that why you're keeping the tip there?
Mm. You can see it blows it out.
back again. Just a quick one, just to add to the video. This video is going to be all jumbled up, mixed up with me at different places, different spots. It's just, I've come across bits and pieces that I'm going to let you know. I was telling you about I was having binding issues here. Now, what I've had to do, and I know it's going to sound mad to some people, but it's going to make sense to some as well. But I'll explain it a little bit as much as I can understand it. I've had to go 19 and 54. Instead of 1955, I've had to go 1954, which would normally be a 20 tooth pinion, 54 spur. Now, I couldn't get the 20 to fit. It would fit, but then all this was locked. Didn't matter what I did, took it apart, didn't matter what the heck I did. But I'm running the smaller tyres, 170 tyres. So the tyre size compensates for the pinion and the tooth missing. So basically I am running 2054 or thereabouts. There's not a lot in it as well, and this is a big one for a lot of people who run Bajas as well as these or whatever on standard stuff. These spacers, the little aluminium spacers for the back two screws, that one and that one that I've just pointed to, they are, I'm gonna say they're about a millimetre difference in height to the Rovan brake blocks, you know, the standard brake blocks. Now, I don't know if this is, I don't know what it is, but either which way, they were shorter. So every time I cranked it down to tighten it all up, it was locking the brakes up, and I just couldn't figure out, and I just had I don't even know what it was. It was just like a little moment, and I just thought, I'll just check, and I was feeling with my finger, as you do, because you can tell, can't you? And I was just feeling with my finger, and you could just feel there was a slight difference on one side, and then a bigger difference on the other. Now, the one closer to the clutch, that was the bigger difference. That was about a mil and a bit. Now this one was about a mil, and you could feel the difference in height. So the actual brake blocks themselves are bigger than the aluminium spacers. So what I've had to do to compensate, I've got some washers and bits and pieces of bolts. Now I've got some little 1.5 mil washers, and I've just plonked them under there and under the front one, and it's raised this plate enough as I'm screwing it down to stop the binding issue, and that's basically giving me freewheel. I can't do it there with one finger, but you get the idea what I'm trying to say. It'll freewheel, you know what I mean. I was trying to turn the wheel and it's catching on the side there, but yeah, as you can see, I've got complete freewheel now. Headache over, but I've managed to get it together. But yeah, for the gearing, that's the only thing I can do. I don't know what else to do. Everything's lined up, everything's square. I've even had to take a little bit of plastic off the diff just to see if that was making it kick out, and it's not. That hasn't changed a thing. So yeah, we're running 1954, but compensated with the wheel size. So fingers crossed, yeah, we're going to be good. And we will be running on Sunday, hopefully, Sunday afternoon, so there'll be a run video up and out on the Sunday, well, of Sunday's run next week, fingers crossed, as long as the weather stays good, and it's looking like it might be alright, but you never know with the weather in England. Anyhow, I'm going to leave it at that, and yeah, see you in a bit. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out, people.